Hi everybody, it's Debbie with Debbie Stamping Creations, and today I am going to show you this awesome bay window fancy fold card. Now, if you look at the card, it's a standard size card, very pretty, but when you open it up and then stand it up, it looks like a bay window. Isn't that so cool? I've been seeing so many of these lately. I'd like to thank Cuz Nancy for the idea and help with the instructions. She's my upline, and that's what's so wonderful about being part of the Stampin' Up family. As a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, we all kind of share our ideas. So when we come up with something, that's where demonstrators get a lot of their ideas, is because other demonstrators have shared them with us. So I'd like to thank her, and I'd also like to invite you to be a part of the Stampin' Up family. I've been with Stampin' Up this time for 6 years. I say this time because this is actually the third time that I've signed up as a demonstrator. And you can sign up to just get the discount yourself, or you can sign up to make a business. So if this is something that interests you, I will be putting a link in the description below. And please click on that and check it out and see what Stampin' Up has to offer. If it's something that you think you would like, you can contact me for more information, or just click the link and go to the website and go through with the process. All right, well, let's get on with this card. Today we're using parts of the Whimsy and Wonder suite, which is in our mini catalog. And you can see these are not the normal standard Christmas colors. However, they make beautiful Christmas cards. We're going to be using the stamp set and die, and remember, when you bundle, you save. So if you buy the stamp set and die as a bundle, you save 10%. So, and the papers with this suite are amazing. I think Stampin' Up has actually outdone themselves this year with their designer series papers in our mini catalog. Here are the papers that come in this package, and as you can see, they have silver foil throughout. So you have 6 double-sided patterns here. On one side, they have the foil in them, and on the other side, they're just the pretty designer papers. Beautiful, bright colors. But the piece we're going to be using today is this with the trees. The cool thing about this is not only do your dies cut out what you stamp, you can see they fit the stamped pieces, but they also fit on your designer series papers. So you can use your dies to cut the little trees out, which we've done today for part of our front of our card. So that's really cool. They've done that with more and more of their stamp sets as well. But I just love these papers that they have. So let's get started with this card. Remember, if you place an order in October using this host code, you will receive, if it's a $50 or more order, you'll receive a thank you card and a special gift from me. Okay, so to start with today, we're going to be using our mint macaron, and instead of cutting that the normal, well, it's not normal, we're cutting it long ways instead of cutting it like this, we're going to cut it this way. And so we're going to cut at 4 1/4, which is going to give us, again, 2 cards that when folded, 2 pieces when folded in half, create the standard card size of 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Now, to score this so that we can do the fold, I am going to bring in my scoreboard. And the reason I'm doing this, when I have a lot of scores to do on a paper, a cardstock, I like to use this instead of my cutter, because this way I have my piece of paper here and it's secured, it's not moving anywhere, and I can do multiple score marks and not have to worry about shifting the paper back and forth and messing them up. The scores for this piece of paper, and I'll have all this down in the description below, but we're going to score this. Let me find my paper here. Oh, I have them marked. That's the other good thing about this. Usually at Christmas time, when we make a card, we make lots of that card because we're mailing out more cards at Christmas time. So we're going to start with the 3/8 inch right here. Then we're going to the 1 7/8 inch right here. And then 3 5/8 inch, the 5 1/8 inch, and the 5 1/2 inch. So now that we have these marks on here, if I decide to do more cards, I've got that already done, and I can just cut my cardstock and do my scoring. Okay, so let's get our bone folder so we can burnish the fold marks. And we're going to start with the center mark, which is going to give us our standard card size of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let me get this back out. Okay, then starting on the left side over here, we are going to do what's called the valley fold. And make sure you burnish each one of these because we need to have good firm folds on these. So we're going to do a mountain fold here, and another mountain fold here, and a valley fold here. So by doing those and burnishing our marks, we now have the base for our card. The marks are done. So now we can start putting the card together. Now to start with, we are going to go ahead and fold this piece down. Now I'm going to use green glue on this. Green glue is just easier to work with when you need to maybe move it a little bit. So you don't want a lot on here. Just a little bit. Then we're going to fold this over and get that mark, push that down so that it's glued. Okay, now we've got this set. So we need to start adding our designer series papers to the top. Now the first two pieces that we're going to use for our end pieces here, measure 3/8 inches wide by 4 1/8 inch long. And again, I'm going to use the green glue on here. Okay, let me take you back in here so you can see what I'm doing. And by using the green glue, I can put this on and move it around a little bit to get it where I want it, and then get it tapped down and not have to worry about it not being in the right spot. Again, we're going to do that with our other little piece. And I will have all these measurements in. I'm getting in a hurry. I need to slow down. Okay, so this one is going to go on this end, which we've already fastened down. So now we've got those two pieces there. Now we're going to take and our next two pieces that we're going to put on here they may each measure 1 3/8 by 4 1/8. So again, we're going to use glue to put these down. And this has a frame all the way around it. So you kind of want to line it up at the top and the bottom with the other piece, but make sure you leave the trim around the edge on that. Okay. We're going to put this piece over here. And again, we're going to line it up at the top and the bottom. Okay, now for the center of the front of our card. This is a white piece and it's going to measure 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. And we're going to stamp on this. We're using the stamp from the stamp set that says, "Wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year." And I'm going to put that up a little ways. So there's that. Now what I've done, and I've cut these ahead of time, is I have taken a few pieces of the designer series paper and I used our die cuts from the bundle, and I've cut some of these trees out. So I've used these 2 dies and I've cut out pieces to go onto the front of our card. So here are those pieces up here. Now I have 2 of the taller trees and 2 of the shorter trees, and I am just going to put them one tree up towards the top over here. Now the other tree, I'm going to bring down just a little bit to kind of offset them, and I'm going to put it over here. And by using glue, you can shift those around a little bit. Now we're going to take some dimensionals. I'm going to grab the mini dimensionals, and we're going to take these little tiny trees that I've cut out, and I'm going to put these on here. And I'm going to pop these trees up so that they stand out a little bit on the front of the card and give us a little bit of dimension on top of dimension. So we're going to take this one and we're going to put it up here a little bit. And then we're going to take this one and put it over to the other side a little bit. And we're going to have our dimension on the front of our card. Now, we still have another piece of, we can actually move that one down a little bit, because when this card's flat, they're going to stick out over the side, and then as we pop it up, then it'll, okay. Now again, we're going to take some glue, green glue, and go around, and we're going to put this in the middle of the front of our card. Line it up, and there we go. Now for the inside, we have another piece of the designer series paper, and this piece measures, let me put it over here and see, 1 5/8 by 4 1/4. And this is going to go on the inside, but we're going to put it over here to the edge. So we're going to start with that piece. And stick that on. And put it down. Now the piece that goes on the inside, the white piece, we're going to stamp our greeting, "May the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart." And again, we're going to use our mint macaron on this and stamp this piece. And this piece, I think I told you, measures 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/8 inch. 3 1/4 by 4 1/8. So let's put that over there. And we can go ahead and put this down on the inside. And this is going to be your window view when the card is set up. So we're going to put this up here. Okay, so now we have the card done, but we need to fix a way for this window to stay open while it's standing up. So what I'm going to do is I have another tree that I am going to use dimensionals on. Now I'm going to use the big dimensional on the middle of the tree so that it holds it up. And that's going to make our little stopper, if you want to call it that, that's going to hold our card open. So we want to make it so the tree is where we want it. And we're going to add that. So when they pull this out and close the card, you can see there's the card. I could have gotten that a little bit lower, but that's okay. And then when they open it and read it, then when they display it, this is going to fit under here. And it's going to set up and make the bay window. Isn't that beautiful? So, get my little eraser here. I've got some glue on there. That magic eraser will take that right off. Okay, so there's the card. Thank you, Cuz Nancy. Thanks all of you for watching. I hope you can take this now and use your paper and your ideas of the design and create your own. And I'd love to see them. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the card. And subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future cards. And don't forget to check out that joining my family. I'd love to have you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.